What is up, my legends? It's Scion. We're back, and we're gonna have an updated version of the Fodder guide. Now, this is gonna be a little bit cut and a little bit edited, a little better than the past one, so bear with me. I'm gonna make this as fast as possible because the biggest question I get all the time is how did I get all of the 6 stars that I have? Now, necessarily a part of this is a lot about how much you actually spend on your energy to get the 6 stars, but a lot of it is method, and a lot of people get that twisted and think that just because you summon on things that automatically means you get 6 stars. Now, if you're not actually using your characters as fodder for the 6 stars, then that doesn't matter how much you summon, to be honest with you, but it does speed things up. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Alright, so I'm going to go into heroes. Everybody knows that the baseline thing that you actually need to do is you need to start from a 2-star. So what I tend to always do is we start with the Mega Phantasmas. Now, also when you level up a Phantasma during the week or you grow one, you get a free gold 3-star Phantasma. So say you want to just start with this one right here. This is what you automatically get from the sanctuary. Now I only have these 2, which I'm going to use this anyway just for the sake of the video, and you automatically want to turn this into a 3-star. Now the quickest way to go about going into the getting this to a 3-star at the current moment is going to side story hell. Okay, now that we're in side story hell, what you actually need to do is figure out what's more beneficial for you. Now side story, the way that it is now, the new version has 3 different stages. I don't know if it's going to be like that in the future, but you want to go to whatever stage that you actually need to go into to actually benefit and get all these items right here. So you see, I don't have enough for that right now, but I do have enough for this stuff, but I don't want to go for that. So I need to go to this week's right now and knock all this out right now that I haven't because I've just been busy, whatever else, but we're going to talk about it and do it right now. Alright, so I want to actually go to wherever that I need to go to. So it's probably going to be the 3rd week right here, which is the 16th to the 22nd. I believe it's in the 21st. Yes, outside the castle. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to hell. Now, if you can't do hell, go to wherever stage that you can do that is beneficial for your team. I personally could do hell with probably 2 characters, but we're just going to do it with 1 because I don't feel like wasting time with that. And we'll bring in the character that we just got there. Now, it could be any character that you want to level like this, but I found just doing 1 and getting your ass through the mission is the best way to go about this right now. It could be any of these 3 stars right here if you want to level up to 3 stars or 2 stars, but specifically you want to just level up your dogs and get your dogs to a good level, as you see right here. So we'll show you what happens at 21. Yes, we don't really care about that. Alright, so skipping a little bit ahead, once you get to this point, I just wanted to show you guys the energy, or the EXP that you actually get from doing it this way into the 1 character if you want to upgrade and level him that way. Let him beat up on Luna. Another thing that you also need to pay attention to is the characters that you bring in if you're not strong enough to handle that. So if you actually need a tank to be in the front to like take control of things, then fine, you want to go with maybe a healer in front, that's fine, or you just want to go raw DPS and just burn your way through it. Determine on whatever team you have, whatever you feel that you can get away with and do anything with. But what you typically want to do is you want to go with AoE to just kill everything right away. Me personally, I could just let it go because Tamba just like carries everybody through it anyway, as you can see, and they're gonna pretty much smack down all of them anyway. All right. Together. Don't worry. And Luna almost did it. Oh, there she did. Alright, and there you go. So you're going to see the EXP that... Oh, come on with the connecting. And right there, you see the EXP we got there, 12,000 on top of that on the Mega Phantasma. And that's the actual quicker way to do it. if you just want to focus on one thing at a time. Now you can do 2 at a time. It's going to split that EXP between the 2 items. So you can do a Mega Phantasma, you can do the Gold Phantasma or the black one, or you can just throw in a raw level 2 monster on top of that. And if you're even strong enough with an AoE character, like say like a Cez or Vildred or Celestial Mercedes or something like that, or even like a Ludwig, the way that he's buffed now with the artifact. There's a number of ways that you can go about doing this if you have a strong enough character who can carry 3 fodder all the way through. Like, that's just a badass. You can even get Charlotte. Charlotte can actually do that as well. If you got badass characters like that that can do that, power to you, go for it. You know, clap as best as you can to actually go through leveling fodder. Okay guys, now for the next part. Now that you have your Mega Phantasma at level 30, what you want to do is you want to enhance and promote. And do bear with me, is actually a little bit of a lengthy process in all this. Now I have characters 3 stars because I summon enough for that. A lot of people don't summon enough hardly for that, and this is a little bit for you casual guys out there. What you can actually do in this particular case is just put together your monsters that are at 2 stars, which are, well, I don't have any right now, sadly. I think I got rid of all of them. Yeah, I think I sold them all for gold. You get 2-star monsters from a number of different places, and it's a good thing that I actually don't have that right now. So you get them from actual world adventure stuff, and you get them from side story battle, but you can also supersede that a little bit.
I have lots of good wares.
And
take your time.
Actually go to friendship, and actually let's buy this right now. But go into your friendship, if you have enough friendship, as you see I do, get 50 bookmarks. You can do that. Let's do that twice. Now this is cool, actually doing it this way as well as, you know, farming it out. You can head over to your friendship summon and friendship summon twice, and that'll give you 2 stars. Now bear with me, we have a little bit of lag going on right now. So you see I got the Rakik's Elite, Verdant Seed, Scarlet Imp, and on the Ironwood Swordstorm. You also get other things, like you can get a penguin, you can actually get like the Phantasmas in here as well. So we'll do that again, just to build up a little bit of 2 stars. And again, I have 4 monsters here, and again, these artifacts can go into actually my artifact stuff, but that's a totally different video. Okay, so if you do not have 3 stars, what you can do is you can turn around and then start leveling these guys up, and then once they hit their maxes, and I guess we'll sacrifice something right now for the video. Don't do this, because I know somebody going in the comment section, why would you do that? Like, I have to show people, like, you moron. Like, but don't do this any other time. But I'm just going to do this right now. So say you want to go in and actually level your character and get up to 20, you can do the same process that I just did to level up the Phantasm and put it to 20. But I want people to properly understand this, because I get this question over and over again. I want one video that's properly explained where how you do this. So now this is maxed out at 20. Now I can turn around those same monsters that I just got, put them in right here. Okay. Now it's a 30. Well, now it's a level 3. Now I can turn around if I want to. I can level this character. Bear in mind that it's faster to level the dogs, so don't necessarily go too hard about this. If you go right here and look at these guys, it's just faster overall with the dogs, to be honest with you. So just don't do that. They get more of an EXP, so it's definitely not worth actually doing that. So now that we have a 3-star, but if you don't have any dogs, do the normal characters. It doesn't matter if you don't have any dogs. But now that we have this dog, the 3-star, now we need to feed it. So you see I have plenty of these right here to actually feed. Make sure you do not use any character that you want to use. Make sure they are locked. As you see, like Gunther right here is locked because he's an ML, and even though I'm not going to use him, he's just going to stay locked as an MML. as an ML. I'm just gonna leave him there like that. But all the rest of these guys, I am not using. So, I'm going to promotion. And here's that 3-star that I just made right there. So we're gonna throw him in there. I'm not using Butcher Club, I'm not using Terra and a Guard. So as you can see right there, now I can make this a 4. And roughly the time that it took me to do all this in the real lifetime was 15 minutes. You're not seeing it that way because I cut a lot of stuff out of the video to make this faster, but it took me 15 minutes just to make this 4-star just now in front of you. It was a little bit faster because I actually use penguins to do that, which you can actually do. You can just raw level it and take a little bit more time, taking more, maybe 5-10 more minutes on top of that, but super easy. Now you have another thing that you could do from here. You can go ahead and take this all the way to 4. If I want to be lazy, which I do, take it all the way to 40 right now. Like I said, I want to be lazy because this is not the right element for this. This is a ice Mega Phantasma, so you want to use water on it. Why is Coley not locked? Oh, I know why she's not locked. It's because I'm going to use her on the Assassin Coley. But I'm not going to actually use her in that. But we're just going to use her as an example right now. Now you see, I now have this at level, rank 4. And you need 5 rank 5s to level to make a 5-star go to 6. Now you can do a few things from this point. You can leave this the way this is, which I'm going to, because as you can see I have another maxed right there. But just as an example, I just need 2 more 4-stars. So remember, it took me about 15 minutes, maybe 20-25 minutes to make this particular 4-star. If I want to go about that, as long as you have the resources to do that. But it's not that hard to do that. Free to play can do that. It's super easy. Don't go crazy. Oh my god, I don't have much stamina. It did not take me much of the energy or stamina to actually make that 4-star just now. Like I said, it was 15-25 minutes and I got this one 4-star right here. In order to make more of this, now you see I already have this max right now. What you do with this one is you just leave it. You leave it because both of these are maxed right now. You do not want to use them themselves as fodder. What you want to do in the hindsight now on the flip side is do that process again and then stop when it gets to 4-star, when you rank it to 4-star, and don't level it anymore, and then turn around and use that as food for these 4-stars. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to lock this one and we're going to lock this one. Now like I was telling you earlier in the video, you get one of these free per week. So what you can do with this one is turn around and skip some of the process, and then we're going to use Terra and a Guard and Flurry right here. We're going to make this up to 31. I do not have enough for that. It's only going to go up to 38 now, which is fine. Again, you go into the dungeon one time and this is going to be a 40. And then you lock it and you leave that at 40. Once you have enough 4-stars, you turn that into a 5-star, and then as you guys know, you need 5 5-stars to actually do this. Now the way that the game is now, it used to take you like maybe 8-10 hours to do this process. Now the process is down to, if you have the energy, again we're going to talk about that in a second, if you have the energy, I can necessarily make a 6-star character in 2 or 3 hours now if I have the energy to do so. Now a free-to-play person is probably not going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to probably make maybe 1 or 2 5-stars a day in this process. Not like a character, something like that, but these 5-star dogs, I get them to 5-star. You have enough resources in a day as a free-to-play character to make 1 or 2, depending on what you use your stamina on and everything else like that. So in 2 or 3 days, you can easily, come up with enough fodder in 2 or 3 days with this process to make a 6-star character. It's not hard anymore. The way that the side story works, it makes it super easy. And this is the process that I do over and over again. And this is how I'm doing it faster. All right, now see, here's the thing. Here's how you can do it even more faster, and where spending money comes into play. What you can now do if you are a character, if you are a person who actually summons a lot and spends a little bit of money or whatever else case of form, or if you're a casual player who's been saving up your bookmarks and you have enough to just splurge, like a lot of people did that waiting for Luna and then they just splurged out and everything else like this. This is where the summon system comes in to actually help you. You can actually skip a lot of the steps right here, because now you have a whole plethora of 3-star characters you can use as food, which is where a majority of this stuff came from, which actually speeds up. I don't want anybody to be disenfranchised to think that you just magically have all these 3 stars right here. It don't work like that. You have to actually summon to get all these 3 stars right here, but you can do it as a casual, but you just have to save up over time to get this many, that's not that much of a problem if you're saving, but that means that you can't do it necessarily as fast this way. Now here's the thing. Here's why I'm gonna blow your mind a little bit like this. If you're a person who spends casually and you can summon and you spend like $30, $40, maybe $50 a month on this game, you got the monthly pass, something like that, and you spend your money to actually get a 10 summon and stuff like that, and you have a good deal of characters built up over time and you're in the beginning, and this is just casual, free to play casual, and we're gonna talk about actually spending in a second. You should have enough 4 stars actually that whatever character that you wanted to imprint or lock by now, you should have the character that you want to imprint and lock, which you can now do, which is why people bitch and everything else, but this is just the way things are. This is what people who are spending money are doing right now. They're gonna lie and act like they're not, but they are doing it. Your 4s right now that you do not need, like I pretty much have every 4 in the game, so the 4s that I know that I do not need or not going to actually use, they now become fodder and save you time. So if I for the fact I do not like Dingo at all, I don't like his character, I think he's trash, although I just don't like him. No, to each to their own, everybody has their own opinion, but I don't like him. I'm tired of seeing this Chloe. Let's get this out of here. Get this all the way out of here because I'm tired of seeing it. There she is. Nice too. Alright. So if you have a character you don't need 4-star, they now become fodder. If you have a character that's already maxed out, especially if you're a person who is spending a lot and you already have, like, maybe you already have Silk maxed out. I'm not making another Silk. From now on, every Silk that comes out here as a 4-star, I'm just using this as an example. As a 4-star, you're fodder. The same thing goes with armor. Anybody else who I have, maybe if I want to have them maxed out or something like that, or imprinted, or anything else like that, except MLs. Don't do that to MLs. That'll hurt everybody's feelings. But anything else, they're fodder. They're assed out. They're gone. Period. Now, 5 stars, I wouldn't necessarily do that unless you particularly do not like the particular 5-star. I've done that one time with Chloe because I think she's a disgusting character. She's very good as a character, but I just think I hate lollies. And that character annoys the hell out of me. So she got foddered because I didn't feel like wasting time. But that was back when it took a very long time to make the 5-star. Now I would not do that. So let me make that clear. Now I won't do that to the 5 stars, but you can do that to the 5 stars, especially if you're spending a lot and you have so many 5 stars, you're never going to use these characters, and it's just sitting there. You just want to make a character a 6-star and go about your business. You can use a nat 5 as that. People are going to bitch and complain at you and say, "Hey, you shouldn't do that because in the future you're going to get buffed," and you're still not going to use it because you don't like the fucking character. Like I never understood that argument where people, you could use it in the future and do that. Shut up. Like if I don't like the character, I don't like the character. You're not gonna use the character. You're just gonna have the character. You're gonna be sitting like, what are you, a completionist? You're gonna be looking at the character. Hey, look at my villager right here that I'm not actually using right now. Hey, he's cool and everything. I would never do that to villager, but I'm just saying that as an example. Look at his character right there. It looks good in the slot and everything else like that. But in the meantime, you can be putting Angelica at a 6-star or something like that. When you're looking at it, like that makes no sense to me whatsoever. This game, do what the hell you want to do with your time, because time overrides everything else in this game. But like I said, the way that the game works right now, you do not need to do anything like that anymore. Unless you feel that you do not want to spend the 1 or 2 hours it takes to make that 5-star. F this, I want to go eat, I got a date, I don't feel like playing this game right now, I'm on the bus, the train, wherever else, I want to get the hell out of here, get this 6-star, do you. I am not going to judge you at all. All right. So with that said, here's where spending, because now we're at the point, free to play the casual, you're done. That's the best you can actually do. However, you know what? That's not true. You have events as well. You can, which I have to actually do this today. You have the nurture event right now, but usually this game does a very good job of giving you free stuff the other day. Now you see, for doing an adventure, you get 1 phantasma, you get hunts, you gotta do this 3 times, and you get 50 extra on energy, and then you get coin, and then you go down and you just have more nurture stuff that you have to do, as you can see right there. Like, so you go in there. Hello. Oh, I truly hate when this game lags. As you can see, like, just make sure that you pay attention to this. Like, this is a lot of free energy right here, and then we can go in right here and knock that out, get that coin, because you always need coin right there. Just knock all this out as best as possible. Hello. There you go. And then you go over to get your covenant bookmarks when you can as well. But the energy is important, especially for free to play the casual people. And that'll allow you to springboard yourself. And every week there is an event like that in this game. Like every week they'll manage to give you energy or something else like that. Or anything that you can do out into the real world will actually help you when it comes to that as well. PvP, doing your PvP, even if you lose, to get enough energy to turn around, to get enough crystal to turn around to buy energy, will speed up this process as well, to make it so that you can actually get your 5 and your 6-star characters out there to whoever you want. Like I said, casual to free to play, you're going to be a little bit slower than the pay to win, but I'm going to be honest with you that the people who spend, or the hardcore people, can literally, with this method, make 6 stars in 1 to 2 hours, if not faster. If they're actually not caring about the nats that they're getting, they can do it even faster. So just bear that in mind, that's how one-sided it is with that. And like, nobody's gonna really tell you the truth of that, but that's the truth of it, that is that one-sided at that point. Now you see, I still have like a vast majority of my characters, so like, you know, I didn't have to do anything like that. This process does well enough, especially the way side story is right now. You make anybody you want as soon as you get a character. As long as you spend the time and the energy, even if you don't spend anything, you can spend like a day or 2 and you can get that character to 6-star. You can just, whatever character you pick, as long as you know the process and how to do it properly. Now, you can't do this in gear. Let me make that clear, because people was like, I don't know how to, how you do that in gear. You can't. You can't, unless you are actually spending money on leaves to get more energy. That's the only way that you can do this in gear. You can't do both. You have to pick. If you want to get your 6-star, go get your 6-star, and then after you're done with the 6-star, turn around and then work on gear. That's just the way it works for free to play and casual. Pay to win, you don't care, because you can just buy infinite leaves and not matter. So, well, it's not infinite, but it's enough energy that you can do whatever you need to do in a month. If you run out of leaf packs, if you spend to the point, I've never done that ever, I probably never will, but if you spend enough that your leaf packs is just maxed out, you can't buy any more leaf packs, you're trying too hard. Like, you're ridiculous. But there's people who do that. They just play. As a content creator, the thing that I have purchased actually the most in this game is leaf packs. It's not even bookmarks. I've gotten people who donated for me to actually summon and stuff like that, but I've actually spent more on bookmarks in this game. I mean, more on leaves in this game than bookmarks. So this is the best way that I can explain it. I compartmentalized it, edited some things out for you guys. Some of this stuff you probably won't even see or notice. So, like, you know, I'm pretty good with editing. So hope you guys understood, and this is kind of like the truth of how to fodder and how to do it properly, and the truth of how much benefit it is to actually spend and do it, how you can do it casual and free to play and still be fine with everything. So I hope everybody understood this. Good luck with all your 5 and 6 stars. This is what I'm doing. If you guys remember, this is the same process I used to do live on Twitch, and I feel it, I don't know if you guys will like it, but it feels a little bit boring to me to actually do this process in front of people, like 100, 200 people watching me do this process. So I stopped doing it. But people liked hanging out with me doing it. So if you guys want me to go back to doing that, I have no problem doing that since I'm doing it anyway. I just don't stream it anymore. And I have a problem with the current Abyss stuff right now. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later because I think that the Abyss is good. I like the fact that it's hard, but I think the rewards are trash and ass and they need to be upped. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But catch you guys later. Thank you for watching. Good luck on all your 5 and 6 stars. Good luck on your summons. Love everybody, and I wish everybody all the summon luck in the world because we need it in this game when it's not a dedicated summon. Peace.